U.S. officials tell Fox a third-party country may have been responsible for what appears to be a series of covert attacks on U.S. diplomatic personnel in Havana, Cuba. We first told you about this last night. The weapon is unlike anything we are used to hearing about. Correspondent Phil Keating fills us in from Miami.
Nice textbook ears.
Dr. Sweetie Shah is an ear, nose, and throat specialist. She says silent sonic wave blasts can cause damage, even deafness.
Very high frequency ultrasonic sort of sounds could cause progressive hearing losses.
The State Department believes that's exactly what happened to multiple U.S. personnel who were stationed in Havana working at the U.S. Embassy. Beginning late last year, the diplomats started suffering a bizarre string of physical ailments, severe hearing loss, and symptoms similar to those of a concussion. U.S. officials are investigating whether Cuba has been harassing American diplomats using a covert sonic device operated outside the range of audible sound, and that it's been deployed inside or outside the U.S. diplomats' homes. The Canadian government also now confirms one of its diplomats in Havana has also been treated for sudden hearing loss.
We still are trying to determine the actual cause of their situation. They have had a variety of physical symptoms. That's as far as I can go in describing that. We just don't have the definitive answers yet.
In May, the U.S. retaliated by ordering 2 Cuban diplomats at their embassy in Washington to leave the country and go back to Cuba. Last night's Cuba state newscast called that expulsion unjustified, adding, the ministry categorically emphasizes that Cuba has never, nor would it ever, allow that the Cuban territory be used for any action against accredited diplomatic agents or their families without exception. This matter is the subject of an active investigation by federal law enforcement, and Reuters reports several of the U.S. diplomats now have to wear hearing aids. As for a third country possibly involved, note that North Korea, Iran, and Russia all have very large diplomatic missions in Havana. It's all very reminiscent of the communist versus capitalist intrigue of the Cold War years. Brett?
Such a strange story. Phil Keating in Miami. Phil, thank you.